Now, of course, between the extremes of local transport in our urban areas on the one hand and high-speed intercity rail on the other, there lies a vast middle. Journeys in the suburbs and in the rural areas of our country, sometimes by rail, but where often the car is the only practical mode of transport. I want to say something about both rail and road. And on rail, the message is stark. Britain has one of the most expensive railways in the developed world. According to the independent regulator, up to 40% more expensive than our main competitors. That is unfair on passengers and unaffordable for the taxpayer. And with public subsidy running at £5.5 billion a year, this has to change. But let us not forget that over 80% of all journeys in this country are undertaken by car. And Britain's roads represent our greatest investment in transport infrastructure. Clearly, while motoring was synonymous with carbon production, it couldn't be a major part of Britain's future transport plans. But the idea that the only solution is to force people out of their cars is pessimistic, outdated Labour dogma. So instead, this government is supporting the ultra-low emissions technologies that will see the carbon output of cars plummet over the next couple of decades, drawing fuel not from petrol pumps, but from an electricity grid which Chris Huhne is determined to make one of the greenest in Europe. The coalition has signalled its commitment to decarbonising motoring by confirming ahead of the spending review, and anyone who's ever dealt with the Treasury will know how difficult it is to get anything confirmed ahead of the spending review, grants for research and development and generous consumer incentives for every ultra-low emission car sold, putting our trust in technology and our country at the forefront of the green motoring revolution. The first of the new generation of electric cars will appear on Britain's roads early next year. And the first volume British-built electric vehicles will roll off the production line in 2013, with many other models set to follow close behind. So motoring can again become part of our future transport planning as the greening of the car saves it from extinction. And that means we can end Labour's indiscriminate war on the motorist as we focus on the real enemies, carbon and congestion, and the decarbonisation of motoring, because we want to save the car and the planet. It's an exciting